Okay, welcome back. Last time we investigated the warehouse that Team Rocket had over on 5 Island. We basically beat Team Rocket one more time, and pretty much just informed them that they're out of a job. However, we also, in the process of doing that, we also got the Sapphire back. Then we investigated 5 Island just a little bit more, and a kind old man gave us a Pokemon egg. I think this egg turns into Togepi, but I might be slightly off on that. Now, I do have a couple of things that I want to do today. First things first though, we need to head on over back to 1 Island, because since we have the Sapphire, we can give it to Celio, and we can do stuff. So that is this side quest now complete. So this is the gem that forms a pair with the Ruby. You've gone through a lot to get this, didn't you? You don't have to tell me, I know it wasn't easy. Thank you so much. And now it's my turn to work for you. Please give me a little time. Okay, this is good. And with that, he's done. I did it! I linked up with Lynette. I did it! I've managed to link up with trainers in the Unown region. Finally, the network machine is fully operational. I owe it all to you. Thanks to you, my dream came true. I'm not crying. That's enough about me. You're gonna keep looking for exotic Pokemon, right? I wish you the best of luck. Okay, he doesn't have anything else to say. Okay, so I have a couple of things left to do in the Sevi Islands. However, before I go and do that, I do have 1 or 2 things that I want to go and do on mainland Kanto. So I should probably go pick up a flying type, because I'm going to want to fly to a couple of places real quick. Mostly, I just want to get rid of Kurt and get Sludge Bomb back on Talia, because if what I think is coming up, I'm going to want Sludge Bomb. Now, let's quickly just grab this Doduo, because this Doduo has Fly. I remember teaching it to it. Realistically, though, Doduo could probably just jump real high or run real fast, I suppose. Honestly, that's probably how it does fly, because... Sorry, I just got a mental image. I have a mental image of Doduo flying, and the way it does it is, like, it just runs really fast, jumps super high in the air, and then just kind of, like, cycles itself through the air. I don't think that's how that works at all, but I think it would be very funny, so that's how I'm gonna say it does. Okay, so, first things first, let's grab a couple of TMs. I'm actually gonna grab 2 of each, I think. Just on the off chance that I need them, and I already had 1 for that, but that's totally okay. To be totally honest, I might need 1 or 2 of these for some of my Pokemon anyway, and realistically, money is no object to me right now. Mostly because I have everything that I realistically need, and I'm still gonna have to do a whole bunch of grinding later to get fully prepared for the Elite Four rematches. Now, I want to head on down to Fuchsia City, where 1, I'm gonna get rid of Kurt, and 2, I'm also gonna go and get a little bit of dialogue that once again forms a little bit of world building. I don't know if they're here yet, though. I don't know if they turn up after you beat the Elite Four the 2nd time. But either way, let's get Kurt off. Let's get Kurt just off my Sandslash. Does not need it. We needed it to get into 1 place, and honestly, yeah, Kurt is a move that I never willingly use. Like, it's one of those moves that, like, I don't know, I feel like at some point I've used every other HM in a battle scenario. I don't think I've ever been like, yeah, I want to have a Pokemon with Kurt on the team. Even just as a convenience thing for battle. Okay, so now I want to come over here, and I believe they're hiding behind this one. Yeah, here they are. My father's the gym leader of this town. I'm trying to use poison Pokemon as well as my father. So, that's Janine. She doesn't have a unique sprite or anything in this game, but that's Janine. She is Koga's daughter, and when he becomes a member of the Elite Four in Gen 2, she takes over the Fuchsia City Gym. And honestly, I think that's a really cool, neat little thing. I feel like Fire Red Leaf Green does a lot for just little world-building things. And I don't think I've been over here yet. So I mentioned it in the previous episode, and I'm going to go do it now. I probably should have just bought some max repels, but I can do that when I get to 7 Island, I think. So now, let's quickly throw on a max repel, and just cycle on over here, talk to this scientist again. For another little bit of world building. Because, you know me, I love a little bit of world building. Okay, so now let's just quickly spin up here. I love the quick little spin there. Now, let's quickly talk to this guy. What, you again? You're not Giovanni's kid, are you? No, that can't be right. Giovanni's kid has red hair. You don't have any reasons for bugging me. Leave me alone. I mean, realistically, he's kind of got a point. We don't have a reason to be bugging him except because we can. Which, to be fair, is kind of funny. Also, I mentioned in the last episode that there's like a memorial tower thing here. Yeah, it's actually over here. I don't actually need to be here. You know what? You know what? I don't need to be here. Okay, the eldest of the Bird Brothers. Fair enough, I guess. Okay, Milo, what do you have? You have a Pidgey? Buddy, I'm at the end of the game. Please at least have Pidgeotto. Come on. Like, really? Level 47 Pidgey? Like, that's your big Pokemon you're sending at me? Oh, no, wait, a level 49 Pidgeotto. Hang on. Hold on, everybody. Like, he's getting violent over here. Oh no, an agility user. And we Swift, and he just goes to +4, but that doesn't matter because he's dead. Also, I still need to get my encounter for the field, like the 5-island meadow, so I still need to grab an encounter here as well. And that guy just called us Sharp. Or maybe, no, he was talking about the bird's beaks, because of course that's what he was going on about before we started the fight. Okay, I guess. Okay, so the first one said the best part was the beak. The second one said the wings. I'm going to take a bold guess. I'm going to take a bold guess and say that the third and youngest of the Bird Brothers is going to be like, yeah, the best part's the talons. He's going to say either like the tail or the talons, but like, I feel like birds more so have talons than tails, so. Anyway, Drill Pack, that won't do too much even if it crits. Okay, yeah, a crit would have done like 60. And with that, that is Bird Brother number 2 defeated. This is a completely unnecessary side quest that I... This is a completely unnecessary side quest that I kind of just put myself into, because it's like, oh yeah, this is here, and I was going the wrong way to get to it in the last episode, so I felt like I needed to kind of come back and show it. Anyway, over here, there is a memorial pillar, hence the name. Okay, what's this guy doing? Oh, hello. Your Pokemon look healthy. This is where I buried my Onix. It was named Tectonics. Oh, that's actually a good name. That's a great name, actually. Hold on. Okay, if I ever use an Onix, I'm naming it that. Like, Tectonics is actually a sick name for an Onix. Also, kind of messed up that it just looks like its tail. Okay, so with that, now let's head on back. I might as well fight the third Bird Brother as well, because we can also grab an encounter here. I don't know what really appears, but let's fight him anyway. Youngest of the down? Okay, someone who knows about birds, any ornithologists, I think that's the word. What is the down? Like, I genuinely don't know. I'm not someone who's particularly knowledgeable on birds. Like, I know that some of them look cool, some of them look kind of scary, but in general, I'm not the most knowledgeable on birds. I will say, though, I really like that Noctowl sprite. That Noctowl sprite just kind of looking down on you, just like, really, buddy? Like, you know the meme of Principal Skinner just going pathetic? I don't know, I feel like that Noctowl is doing that. Like, that's what I was getting out of it. Anyway, so now we've successfully defeated all 3 Bird Brothers, and what's our encounter for Memorial Pillar? It is a hop-up. We already have one. Okay, so, as you can tell, my episode for investigating 7 Island is going very well, considering we're 10 minutes in and I haven't even gone to the island yet. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this 3 more encounters. If I don't find anything new, I'm just going to move on, because I know that I also need to get an encounter in the meadow. I have an awful feeling I can only find Hop. I have a feeling I might be only able to find Hop up here. And that wouldn't exactly be ideal, because Hop-Up ain't great. Yeah, I'm starting to think that Hop-Up might be the only Pokemon here. You know, while I'm doing this, I'm going to quickly investigate. That is indeed another Hop-Up. Memorial Pillar. What can... Okay, yeah, it is just Hop-Up over here. Okay, let's leave. Let's leave, because all we can find is Hop-Up. So, back to the meadow we go, because we can also get an encounter in the meadow. And to be totally honest, my main goal here is to hopefully find a Centret. That's a Hop-Up. That's another Hop-Up. Basically, I want to find a Centret here, because if I get Centret here, that means my odds... If I get Centret here, my odds of finding something really good on 7 Island go up. Because the Pokemon that you can find on 7 Island are kinda sick. Like, you can get a potential Donphan, you can get a Skarmory, there's a potential Tyranitar up for grabs. So yeah, I have some pretty solid options perhaps available. However, all of that could also... I have a Psyduck game. Don't get me wrong, I love me a Psyduck, but I already have one. I think Psyduck's actually like the super rare encounter here as well. But there's Centret, that's the first new Pokemon we found here. Also, once again, continuing the Gen 2 tradition. Continuing the Gen 2 tradition of, in an area full of super high level Pokemon, just being super low level. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, click. 10 out of 10, we now have a Centret. Also, I probably should have mentioned it earlier, but I think it was 4 and 5 islands. They have the music from, I think it's like Azalea Town and a couple of other places here. So if you listen... Like, that's the music that plays in, I think it's Azalea Town, Blackthorn City, and maybe 1 or 2 other places. Like, it's Gen 2 music. And here is the music from Violet and Olivine City. But it's also got a remix going on. This island has been left virtually untouched in its natural state. It could be a little difficult to hike around because of that, though. These islands are called the Sevi Islands because they are 7. Or at least that's what the young people believe. But truth is, these islands are named because they are said to have been made in 7 days. Okay, so, what I need to do now is... Honestly, I should probably keep Doduo with me, just so I can fly back at the end of the episode and don't need to walk. Ah, whatever, I'll walk, it'll be fine. The walk'll do me a world of good. I say as I've walked basically this entire game, because I haven't cycled all that much. Anyway, off we go to continue on and investigate this final island. However, before I go and do anything else, let's go and quickly buy some repels, just in case I need them. I probably won't, but hey, I'm always up for having more repels available. So let's go back up to 20, I probably won't need 20, but hey, that's probably overkill, but hey, once again, money is no object to me right now. Okay, so, I may not look like much now, but when I was younger, I flew everywhere, challenging trainers wherever I found them. Now my only source of enjoyment is reminiscing about the past while watching battles. And there's a slight breeze blowing around the box. That door that's blocked off there, I'm fairly certain that I'm sure I've watched a video on that. Not many people come out here. If I train here, I'm convinced that I'll get stronger and stronger. Yep, stronger and stronger. How do you like to learn a strong move? It's knockoff. No. Knockoff? Okay, the reason I'm saying no to knockoff is because, one, well, the most important part is the fact that it's it's pre-Gen 6 knockoff, it's like base 20. But yeah, so that building with the old lady, I'm sure I've watched a video on that, because I'm pretty sure that was like one of Pokemon's greatest mysteries, like what was behind there, where did that door lead to, and I'm sure I've watched a video on it. But I think it was just like it connected to something tied to an event that never came out, or like a cancelled thing. Anyway, this lady has 2 blossoms, and we're just sludge bombing through both of them because we're 11 levels over. 10 out of 10, once again, Sandslash takes the win. Also, they gave a good amount of EXP. Like, that was good EXP again. So I will probably be coming back to fight her a little bit more often. Okay, what's my encounter here? Okay, we got a Fanpy? Okay, okay, so here's the thing. Donphan, great. Love me a Donphan. But I don't really want a pure ground type here. But hey, I will take a Donphan just on the off chance that I lose my Sandslash. I mean, right now it's probably in like it's probably like my 4th choice here. But hey, I'm not gonna complain. And let's have a quick look. Quiet natured, that's not great, but hey, it does have pickup. Pickup could be useful. Okay, Seville Canyon entrance. Trainers asked to refrain from damaging plants in the canyon. Okay, I guess this island's too spread out. It's not easy patrolling the place. So these aren't campers, these are Pokemon Rangers. Gonna be totally honest, I think Pokemon Rangers are cool. To be totally honest, I really like the Pokemon Ranger games. Okay, I should state, I remember liking the Pokemon Ranger games. I have not played them in an extremely long time. Like, I don't think I even own the first 2 anymore, and I never had Guardian Signs. So I played the first one, and I played Shadows of Almir, but I've never actually played Guardian Signs. Okay, we just got Sunsword, that's fine. To be totally honest, I probably should try playing them at some point, but I imagine those games are probably expensive now. It's one of those cases where I imagine those games are probably expensive now, and B, to be totally honest, I don't know how Pokemon Ranger would work on an emulator. Like, because pretty much if you've never played Pokemon Ranger, in order to catch the Pokemon you need to draw a whole bunch of circles around them. And I imagine that could be a massive pain to do on an emulator, because you'd need to like use the mouse and everything, and obviously you'd be moving from you'd be moving from like controller or keyboard to mouse. I don't know. It is a game that I would quite like to do a playthrough on for the channel at some point, but I have no idea how I would actually go about doing it. So that's something that I might have to think about for the future. Similarly, I would love to do the Trauma Center games, and I know that, like, okay, I would love to do the Trauma Center games that Atlas made, but at the same time, I think I would need to, like, set up a Wii capture card as opposed to playing it on, like, the emulator, because, I don't know, playing it on mouse and keyboard just feels wrong. Like, maybe it's because I'm super used to playing the Wii version, but, like, I've tried playing a few missions on emulator, and it just felt weird to play it on a mouse and keyboard. Okay, so we found a Roastberry. I'm just gonna leave this couple to it. I actually, you know, let's see. They feel like they could never lose. Well, let's see what Pokemon they have and see what they're up to. Golduck and Psyduck. Well, that's certainly a duo of Pokemon. Honestly, I feel pretty confident in saying Kuzenbo can take an EQ. Kuzenbo can take an EQ from Tilia. And I don't need to worry about clicking Surf, because in Gen 3, this was changed for Gen 4. Oh wow, that was a lot of damage actually. But in Gen 3, Surf doesn't hit the Pokemon on your side, it only hits the opponents. It doesn't hit the target, it doesn't hit your partner as well. However, I mean, good to know that Tilia can do that much damage with Earthquake to Kuzenbo. But let's avoid that if we can. Let's hopefully not Earthquake my Blastoise, because if that had critted, I would have just killed my own Blastoise. Which simultaneously, it would have been a moment of great pride for, like, hey, my Sandslash is that powerful. But also, that would have been terrible, it would have killed my Blastoise. Also, I probably didn't need to do that. Also, I don't remember what these two have, so I'm gonna fight them. Okay, Lex and Naya. What do they have? I have a feeling, well, they are... Oh no. Oh no. Miltank and Tauros. Okay, that's an interesting duo, to say the least. And Intimidate comes through. Intimidate could be a bit of an issue. However, for safety reasons, I'm going to switch Talia out and just go to Brute Root. And then I'm just going to Surf. I'm going to Surf and Razor Leaf to victory. To be honest, I would have felt a lot more confident clicking Earthquake. I would have felt pretty confident clicking Earthquake, but one, Swagger is dangerous, and two, both Miltank and Tauros generally hit pretty hard. So I don't really want to be in a situation where I'm now needing to kind of worry about that. Because the damage on... basically, if Talia had been on +1... Like, okay, so Tauros uses Swagger onto Brute Root slot, so that would have brought Talia up to +1 attack. So the Earthquake could have feasibly killed Kuzenbo, or at least dropped it extremely low, and I can't use healing items in battle. Wait, did I use... No, I didn't. Okay. Sorry, I just had a moment where I was thinking... I healed outside of battle and just had a moment of... Wait, did I heal in battle? I don't think I did. But honestly, I don't think it would have made that much of a difference even if I had. Anyway, with that, the Tauros is down, and now we just Psychic, and we Surf, and we are good to go. Never mind their full restore. However, I think that'll do a lot more damage because it's no longer split. And regardless, I think for my own safety, I'm going to switch Venusaur out. Because my Venusaur is looking a little bit beat up right about now. He's down to about a third. Oh wow, he actually is down to a third. Okay, yeah, let's switch out and just go for Surf, and we should be okay. And I'm sure you may be wondering, why, against two normal types, why not send in, you know, the Machamp? Good question. I don't have an answer for you. Like, straight up, I don't have an answer for that. Okay, so let's grab this real quick. We find a nugget. Very nice. So we are in the Seville Canyon now, and this is the Tanoby Key. So this is a kind of useless area, but I'm going to do it anyway. It is a little strength puzzle. So let's quickly get this done. Fortunately for me, I do kind of remember how to get this done. I think. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that, because as soon as I say it, because historically, as soon as I display confidence in my ability to get something done, that's when the hubris comes in, and I immediately fail. Okay, so now, actually, I'm going to hop off the bike here for convenience and comfort, I guess. Okay, so now we just push that to there, push these along and up, and then this one goes to the left, and we go around here, this one goes up and to the right, and that is the Tanoby Key solved. A mysterious rumble echoed somewhere far away. And unfortunately, much like with many fun potential mysteries in Pokemon, yeah, this is gonna get very boring very fast because it's tied to the unknown. The most wasted potential in Pokemon. Genuinely, the unknown. Man, I wish they were cool. Like, they have so much potential. Like, the Ruins of Alph, I think, is one of the most interesting potential places in Pokemon. Nothing. Garbage location. I don't know, it's one of those places where I wish it was more interesting than it is, but it just isn't. It's like, okay, he has, like, cool potential lore and world building. Also, I think part of the issue is just the unknown themselves. They look cool, being like a cool ancient alphabet, but they kinda just suck, because they're a Pokemon that only ever learn one move, and that one move is Hidden Power. And it's not great. I don't know, unknown, potential to be a great, interesting part of the Pokemon world, completely squandered. Like, Unknown's the Unknown's two greatest and most impactful appearances are in the third movie, the one with Entei, that's an Ursaring, and it just looks mad, okay. Third movie, and Super Smash Bros. Melee. Those are the two most impactful appearances the Unknown ever had. And Melee players, you know, melee players don't use items in tournaments usually, so even then they lose out on that one. Okay, that's a Meowth. I already have a dead Meowth and a Persian. Also, Tilia is now level 62. Does this guy want to fight? Apparently not. Training by oneself is certainly not a bad thing, but it's also not bad to aim for top with a partner. Even Bruno, he trained with a fellow by the name of Broly before. And there's another reference to Generation 3. Okay, I could use Rock Smash here, or I could just fight this lady. I'll just fight her. Why not? My conditioning's in top form. Okay. Okay, lady. Sure. Okay, what do you have? You have a Primeape, because she has fighting types. So she will have a Primeape, probably a Machoke, maybe a Machop or a Mankey. Sorry, I was just having a moment of just like, did Gen 2 even add any fighting types? And yes, it did. One of them was Hitmontop. And Hitmontop having Intimidate always kind of weirded me out. I never really understood why. I forgot to heal. I'm going to switch to Blastoise. I'm switching to Blastoise because I don't want to risk clicking Earthquake and getting countered. Okay, Detect. That's fine. I'm just going to set up Rain Dance. I'm going to set up Rain Dance so I'm more than likely going to one-shot with Surf. Although at the same time, Hitmontop does have good special defense, I think. Hitmontop is a Pokemon that I've always thought looked kind of cool, but I've never actually used one. Wait, have I? I feel like I must have at least attempted to. I feel like I might have tried using one in Heart Gold, Soul Silver at one point, but you gain access to it just so pointlessly late in the game that it's kind of just a pain. I mean, in general, just getting one is a pain. Just getting one in general is a pain, because, like, oh, you have to have the attack and defense equal when it hits level 20. And that, as it turns out, you know, with IVs and, at the time, me not knowing how EVs worked, yeah, that proved to be much more of a hassle than it should have been. Okay, so I think we're actually at the end of the Seville Canyon now. And Phanpy picked up an item, so let's have a quick look as to what that item was. And I fought her for nothing. Because I still need Rock Smash. I mean, you know what, I have plenty of TMs for Sludge Bomb available. Hey, whatchamacallit, Tilia, can you help me out with this just for a sec? Actually, wait, no. I can teach it to Phanpy! I can teach it to Phanpy! Phanpy can actually make itself useful. Because realistically, this Phanpy probably isn't going to get used for anything else. And we are just going to get rid of Odesleuth real quick. Because to be totally honest, I'm probably never going to be using a Phanpy to fight any ghosts. That, and also it's probably not going to be on the team when I go and fight Agatha again. So, let's take that. We find a Cherry Berry. That could come in handy, actually. Okay, so... Oh, we got a Rock Smash encounter? That's a Geodude, that's fine. I had a moment of genuine panic there. I had a moment of genuine panic because, like, wait, is this my encounter? Although, I think Rock Smash encounters are technically their own thing. I don't know. I guess everyone kind of plays their own... I guess everyone does have, like, their own kind of rules for stuff. Personally, I like to say you get one Rock Smash encounter for a game, as well, as, like, okay, so for example, I'm going to use Route 111, I think it is, in Ruby and Sapphire for my example here. If you break the rocks there north of Morville, and you find a Geodude, and then you go up and get an encounter in the desert, I think that's fine. I know that that's that's how I personally approach it. King's Rock could actually come in super handy. Okay, so what's my encounter here? Because I'm going to run around until I get an encounter. Okay, I'm going to run around until I get an actual encounter, because once again, we do have a Meowth and a Persian. But yeah, we are very close to the end here. That's a Phanpy, we already have one. I think my options are down to pretty much all of the rare encounters. Honestly, as long as it's not Onyx, I'm okay. Anything but Onyx. Cubone? That's... okay. I mean, once again, wouldn't be my first choice, but hey, I'm not going to complain about Cubone. Would I have preferred Skarmory? Yeah, probably. Would I have preferred Lavatar? Probably. But hey, at least it stayed in the ball. It didn't put up all that much of a fight. Right, so Cubone, congratulations, you are coming with me, lil buddy. Okay, so Cubone is now welcomed into the group. Now let's just dodge these people real quick, because I don't want to fight them, because I don't remember what they have. And this guy's just dancing. No thanks. I'm just going to come in here, steal this lucky punch, and leave. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Or maybe I should. Also, we got another cherry berry. Very nice, very nice. Salvot Canyon. Tanoby Ruins are ahead. Okay, so this is the Tanoby Ruins. And basically, here's how this area works. There are like 6 or 7... I think it's like 6 or 7. There are 6 or 7 different chambers, and you have to go into all of them in order to find all of the various unknown. It's kind of a giant pain. It's not worth it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So this is the Weep Chamber. I don't think there's even any items in here. This is just for the unknown. Okay, so we find N. Which, to be fair, you know what, if we had to find one, I guess we find one based on the best Pokemon character. Or at least one of the best Pokemon characters. N is great. I mean, realistically, I have been... in general, I have been a big Gen 5 fan since that game first came out. And yeah, big fan of Gen 5. What other ones do we have in here? Just another N. Okay. And with that, I think we're just about done, actually. Because this is the end of Seven Island. Like, you get to, like, you go through the Salvot Canyon and you arrive at the Tanoby Ruins, and that's it. There isn't anything beyond here. So what I'm gonna do is start to make my way back, I think. Gonna make my way back. Actually, no, wait, I can fish here. I can fish here and get an encounter, I think. Hopefully we can fish up something new. I would love to fish up something new. You know, get 1 or 2 more final encounters before I start wrapping this up. Because basically, this will be the final regular episode. So, basically, okay, we got a Quillfish. Okay. So, basically, this will be the final regular episode. The next episode will be me going and getting all of my legendary encounters. Will any of them end up being things I consider using for the final battles? Perhaps. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they'll be randomized to. But actually, wait, Quillfish is a version exclusive in this game, isn't it? You know what? I think I can leave it for now, because honestly, realistically, Kuzenbo is still sticking on the team regardless. Anyway, yeah, I think Quillfish is a version exclusive. You know what? While I'm pointlessly throwing Pokeballs, I am going to check. Where am I on this? Yeah, I'm currently tabbed out. If I missed something, my bad. Okay, so Quillfish is a version exclusive, and its counterpart appears to be Mantine. Okay, that's an interesting one. Yeah, Quillfish and Mantine appear to be counterparts. So, what I'm going to do is quickly bring this up. So, if I catch this Quillfish, I'll be flipping a coin to determine whether or not I get Quillfish or Mantine. To be totally honest, I know which of the two I would prefer. And also, if you saw me play Pokemon Colosseum earlier in the year, yeah, you may be familiar with how this is going. Because in that series as well, I kind of had a bad time trying to catch Quillfish. It just took way too long. I mean, don't get me wrong, after the 45 minutes I took earlier today trying to find a Lapras, this will be nowhere near as bad, and I can just sleep out of this thing. Oh, also, I should probably know, I've recorded, like, the entire post-game. Like, every episode for the post-game has been done today. I kind of just sat down and recorded everything from episode 21 to, I believe this is 24. This has all just been like one kind of recording session. And yeah, pretty much my plan for the rest of this is I'm gonna catch this quillfish, go catch one more Pokemon that I know I have an encounter for. I'm gonna catch this quillfish, go back, grab another encounter somewhere that I will forget about otherwise, and will probably never be going back to that area for either. So I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna wrap up this episode, then I'm gonna make food, I'm gonna go watch anime, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Because it is currently 10:30 at night. So yeah, that's my plan for the rest of today. What food am I gonna make? Don't know. What anime am I gonna watch? I actually don't know. Like I kind of made myself like a little chart thing to be like, hey, these are the shows I'm planning to rewatch, and yeah, I should probably get on those, because I made it 25 shows that I plan on rewatching, and I finished one of them. I mean, realistically, they're all rewatches, so they are shows I've seen before. Also, I just kind of need to decide what the other ones are. While I'm trying to catch this quillfish, though, over the weekend I watched Terminator 0. That was fine. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. I would definitely say it's one of the better pieces of Terminator media. I mean, look, I'm never watching it over either of the first two movies, but that's a very high bar to clear. Terminator 1 and 2 are genuinely phenomenal films. Like, if you haven't seen them, if you haven't seen Terminator 1 and 2, this is my active recommendation. I highly recommend those movies. They are fantastic. Although realistically, I think most people, like, in my general age bracket and older would probably tell you the same. Like, they are really good movies. And if this quillfish could stay in the ball, that would be delightful. Because it's not doing damage. Like, I'm healing I'm healing with the leftovers for more damage than it can hit me for, but I still can't catch this quillfish. Oh my kingdom to have Thunder Wave back. Because Sleep Powder is temporary. Sleep Powder is temporary, but Pokemon can wake up. Also, I could switch out to Phanpy and try to, you know, hit this quillfish just a little bit. But if I do that, then it's in danger of dying to a water gun. And as much as I don't really plan on using this thing, as much as I don't really plan on using the Phanpy, I don't really feel like just letting it die. So, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep throwing Pokeballs. I'm just gonna fast forward until I catch this thing, because this might take a little while. Finally, that took forever. Wow. Yeah, so I switched out to Sandslash there, because I thought, oh, yeah, I taught Sandslash how to use Rock Smash. Sandslash isn't the most powerful Pokemon in the world, and it'll be resisted, and it's on +6. It'll be able to take that. Then I switched out and remembered, oh, yeah, right, I actually put that on, whatchamacallit. I'd actually put that on, the Phanpy. So that was maybe my bad, but hey, we'll manage. Okay, that is a Chansey. Chansey is all special defense and health. So basically, that immediately just one-shots, and that health bar is just gonna drop down. Because Chansey has very little in terms of its actual defense, but it does have it has a mountain of health, but very little else. Your mom bought those snazzy running shoes for you? She must adore you. I mean, yeah, Pokemon characters' mothers really do love their kids a whole bunch. And I mean, that's kind of normal, isn't it? Anyway, off we go. Okay, so off we go, and now we just make my way back. We just make my way back, and then we can finish off. No, wait, I have one more thing to do. Never mind. Disregard. I have one more thing left to do. It's just one more. It's just one more little thing, though. I say that, but I know that I'm going to go catch another Pokemon, and I remember it's also another one that can be a bit of a pain to catch. So what I should do is pick up a slightly lower level Pokemon, but not one that I know, like, not something that'll one-shot it, but something that isn't going to get knocked out by it as well. It's probably something like early level 30s, I think. But hey, let's quickly jump island real quick. Let's hop on a bit of free island real quick. Because this is where our final regular encounter... Actually, no, wait. That's a lie. I have one more regular encounter, because we have another cave to go into when we are going to be hunting down one of our legendaries in the next episode. But for now, let's quickly just put Phanpy away. Let's put Phanpy away and quickly check our new Pokemon. So we have a bold Quillfish, a quiet Unown, a careful Cubone, a bashful Hopper, a timid Zubat, a careful Spinarak, and a rash Natu. Natu, however you want to pronounce it. Now, I'm going to grab this Huntail, and I think Huntail should probably be enough, because Huntail is both fairly bulky and can also hit relatively hard. Now I'm going to play a fun little mini-game called Is It Overkill? And probably isn't, because I imagine that the Pokemon out here can appear at roughly level 30. Watch as I now go overkill and it'll be like, this is level 10. Hi there, how's it doing? How's it going? Did you hear? I've struck gold. You remember that I was prospecting, didn't you? You can't begin to imagine just how happy I am. So I'll show you. This is for you. Okay, thanks buddy, thanks for the nugget. That's a nugget. I can't give you any nuggets of wisdom, so that'll have to do. Fair enough. I mean, money's money, you know? Okay, so Free Isle Port. And now, when we come out here, I guess the encounter rate is low, but we can go and we can grab a Dunsparce. And it is level 30. 10 out of 10, I was pretty much bang on the money with that. Let's go. So let's go for Waterfall. I know that Huntail won't one-shot that. Okay, maybe that hit a bit harder than I thought it would. But hey, honestly, full disclosure, I'm more than likely not going to be using this Dunsparce. But hey, I have time to figure out what my, what the final team will be. And I would like to thank this Dunsparce. I'd like to thank the Academy, because it just works. It just works. It just stayed in the ball. Why can't all Pokemon be like that? This is a question directly at that Quillfish, because that Quillfish seemed... Oh, and the egg's hatching. Perfect. So our egg is... Oh, it is a Togepi. Okay, the Togepi hadn't been randomized. And that's gonna stay as a Togepi because I'm not gonna be using it. Because, quite simply, I have no real reason to. Because, well, Togekiss doesn't exist in this game. Like, Togekiss doesn't exist in this game, and Togetic isn't amazing. But hey, I'm not gonna complain about a free Pokemon. But with that, I'm going to heal up, and drop these Pokemon off in the PC. Then we can wrap this up, and I will be calling it an end to this, I guess. Actually, let's have a quick check on this Dunsparce. Is there anything interesting? Careful nature, runaway. I mean, it has rollout, but that's nothing really to write home about. Anyway, so let's quickly heal up and end this video off. I don't actually know what will be going on while, for the rest of this. I don't even remember what episode this episode. I don't even know what episode this day, what day this episode will be going up on. Anyway, I'm going to end off today's episode here. Yeah, next time we'll be going and pursuing our legendary Pokemon, so I'll be catching some legends next time. And then after that, it's going to be the Elite Four again for their rematches. So I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all next time for more Pokemon. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.